guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm glad you guys are here. Today, we're going to talk about an interesting budget knife from Kaiser. Very interesting. I've got some thoughts to share on it, some niches I think it might fill, and some updated pricing on it. But first, I just want to say thank you to all the channel members. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for everyone who takes time to subscribe, to come in, to watch my knife and EDC content. And thank you to everybody who just finds their way in here to check out my knife and EDC content. If you enjoy it, I know that you'll eventually hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon. And I hope to keep your attention long enough to get you to do that. Today, I have reached out and I did an unboxing last week, a couple of unboxings to Kaiser, because I've wanted to try some more of their budget knives, because that's really kind of how I cut my teeth in the entire knife game. I was buying a ton of Kaiser knives, some Civivi knives at the time, but I was really into the Kaiser Vanguard series, which was their budget line back when I started collecting, probably about 3 years ago. And they've continued to push the limits, in my mind, in different design offerings, lock types. I look at knives like the Drop Bear, just classic knives that I came to late in the game. And I'm going to tell you guys, this knife, when I took it out of the box, as I've been carrying it, it's not a Javon knife. It's not the perfect Javon knife, but it wasn't set out to be. This is kind of an accessory knife for a hunter, for an outdoorsman, for somebody who's looking for a little bit heavier tool, which this is. And that's why I said it fills some great voids in any collection, even my collection. But it's just unique. It's called the Kizer Aggressor. It's a collaboration between Kaiser and Assassin Knives. It's a front flipper only. You guys know that's not one of my favorite deployment methods. However, this front flipper is done extremely well, where you've got a little bit of a lip here, but nothing that's sticking up. And literally, as long as you find that jimping anywhere on the front and give it a flick, it is going to open. So even on the rolling tricks, it's just kind of one of those, to me, it's not an exhilarating deployment. I don't have a middle finger flick, don't have a thumb stud, but it's very crisp, it's very quick, and it works well. One thing you notice on this knife, keep in mind its purpose: an outdoors knife plus an urban EDC knife, a little bit more hard use. So when I look at this knife, and I look at great knives of the past, in my opinion, like the Miguron Polona or the Miguron Moyer L, they were thicker knives too, which what I've learned carrying this knife is it makes it extremely comfortable in the hand, and it really minimizes fatigue when you're using it to cut cardboard or cut through materials. It is a steel liner lock, very simple. Absolutely no side to side, no up and down. We've got extremely positive lockup. Something I really like to see is this clip. Well, a couple of things. You've got this contouring into the micarta scales, which rounds them over and really, really makes them comfortable. You've got kind of a one grip on this knife. But this spoon clip, I really like seeing it because A, it goes in and out of pocket very, very easily. Not a reversible clip, but it is a right-hand carry clip. And it is deep carry, and it does go in and out of pocket very, very easily. Again, a thicker package, just some simple jimping here where the thumb goes, which is really where your front flipper gains its traction from. Operates on ceramic bearings. It's in 14C 28N. Let me get some paper. It's a thicker blade, as you can tell. It's kind of got a nice flat grind about 3/4 of the way down. Then you've got that swedge. To me, it kind of looks like a piercer or a multi-purpose, kind of a mini bushcrafter knife. But guys, it is very slicey. This is the factory edge. I've not stropped it. I've just cut paper and cardboard with it. And the tip, like I say, is very, very piercy and thicker. Let's see if we can get So guys, a very stable cutter, a very comfortable cutter in my hand. Again, it's because it's a larger knife, it's got a larger profile, but the grip profile to me is fantastic. It carries a little bit heavier in the pocket, and we'll get some weights here in a second. Not heavy, but it's just thicker than some of the thin knives, like for example, the Pyrite Light that we reviewed the other day. Much different package, both in use case and in design. But the Aggressor is, I would think, for a lot of people, a fantastic work knife. Right now, this is on sale on Kaiser's site for 41 bucks. I'll leave one of my affiliate links there in case you guys want to check it out. There are other great sales on Kaiser's site right now. I'll also see if I can find an Amazon link or something for this guy. But let's do a couple of quick size comparisons. Let's look at it first next to our Cold Steel 4 Max. Much smaller. Much bigger than the Baby Banter, so neither one of those really help. Let's look at our regular bug out and see if it's going to come in right about the same size as the bug out, which will make it a good bit smaller than the PM2. But back to that handle thickness, you can see how you've got that nice contoured rolling handle, which is going to be a thicker carry package, but I didn't really notice it, have not really noticed it, and it is very comfortable in my hand. Stylistically, it's not altogether what I normally go for, because again, the front flipper for me is just not really my jam, but the way that it works, it's really refreshing to check it out and to see that it is an option in my carry because it does work so well. Get some quick dimensions on this guy, then I will get you some weights. Right under 7.5 inches with a 3-inch blade, 4.5-inch handle. Your inside grip from here to here is, we're going to call that a comfortable 3.5 inches. And then your cutting length is coming in right at 3 inches as well. Really nice edge, nice and sharp, nice swedge on the blade. Thicker blade, most of which disappears in the handle. So our blade stock's 0.1175. That's down in the center here. And then our behind the edge is going to come in right around 0.0295. And then we do have a meatier handle at right over 1/2 inch, 0.5795, which I think is, like I say, a very comfortable work banger, hard EDC knife, or a great alternative to a hard EDC knife, to a tactical defense knife. I approve of it. I like it. It's not exactly what I typically go for, but I can tell you after carrying it, after cutting with it, it's a fantastic value. It's well made by Kaiser. I don't see any shortcuts on this knife. It just does what it's supposed to do. And I like it. And that's the Kizer Aggressor. Last thing I wanted to do is get you guys a weight, because I've been talking about how 0.365. with a 3-inch cutting area, guys. That's right within that inch and ounce ratio. So heavy might have been the wrong word. Beefy's probably a more accurate description of what it is. It's a nice beefy EDC knife from Kaiser with a liner lock in collaboration with Assassin Knives. The Kaiser Aggressor, guys. Check it out. I appreciate you checking out my video. All I ask is please look out for that guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.